And please welcome the class of 2024.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good morning and welcome, students, faculty, staff, family, friends, and members of the local dental community. Whether you are here with us today in person or watching our live stream, I would like to sincerely thank you for joining our annual White Coat ceremony for our college's 8th entering class, the class of 2024. My name is Nikki Kimmis, and I have the great privilege and honor of serving as the interim dean of the University of New England College of Dental Medicine. I am delighted to be here today to commemorate this very special day in the academic and professional lives of our students. Before we begin our program, I would like to remind all of you that masks are required throughout the duration of the ceremony today. Our speakers will be unmasked and our students will be allowed to remove their masks while crossing the stage. At this time, I would like to recognize the members of our platform party. Dr. Michael Truscott, Associate Clinical Professor and CDM Faculty Assembly Chair. Dr. James Herbert, President of the University of New England. Dr. Heather Keeling, President of the Maine Dental Association. Dr. Fields Ferrier, Associate Dean of Clinical Education and Patient Care. Dr. Yang Kong, Associate Clinical Professor and Department Chair. Professor Eileen Dunphy, Associate Clinical Professor and Interim Department Chair. And Dr. Mohammed El Sali, Assistant Clinical Professor and Department Chair. We are so pleased to have you all here to play a role in our ceremony today. Thank you for helping us to mark this important milestone. We are also joined by many of our outstanding and committed faculty and professional staff. I invite the faculty and staff that are here with us today to please stand to be recognized. Students, please do not hesitate to reach out to these incredible individuals during your time with us. This is the only time in your life that you will be surrounded by so much dental expertise at once. They have so much to offer you in support of your success. Thank you, faculty and professional staff, for being here today in support of our students. 6 student doctors from the classes of 2022 and 23 have volunteered their time to assist with today's ceremony. As I call your name, please stand. The class of 2022 student doctors Peter Christensen, Garrett Finney, and Joanne Daniel. The class of 2023 student doctors Alex Rustia, Josh Golden, and Doria Kamsu. Thank you. We appreciate you giving up a Saturday of studying to support your colleagues. Family members, significant others, friends, and mentors here with us today or joining us online, without you, our students would not be here. Your continued love, support, coaching, and encouragement have been instrumental to them during their journey. I would ask that our students please rise and face the audience. Please join me in thanking your supporters for all that they have done for you. Students, you may be seated. Just as you have made sacrifices to get here, they too have made many sacrifices. I can see and feel just how proud of you they are. Class of 2024, before we begin, I must acknowledge the patience that you have shown over the past year. Your white coat ceremony, which would have normally been held 1 year ago, was postponed. How absolutely wonderful it is to be gathered here to honor and celebrate all of you in person in the presence of your special guests. The first full-fledged white coat ceremony took place at the Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons in New York on August 20th, 1993. The white coat ceremony was a way to welcome students to the profession and highlight the importance of humanism in all care of patients. The first dental white coat ceremony was held in the mid-1990s at the Arthur A. Degoni School of Dentistry. Prior to this, dental students were traditionally welcomed into the profession upon graduation from the program. Student colleagues, you have all made a conscious decision to seek the privileges and responsibilities of a dental professional. Today is a very special day. Today is the day that we welcome and recognize you as a member of the dental profession early in your dental education. Today's ceremony marks the opportunity to celebrate your lifelong professional and educational journey in which you are making a commitment to being a healthcare provider. After you receive your white coat today, you will be given a copy of the Ethics Handbook for Dentists, an introduction to ethics, professionalism, and ethical decision-making. This is provided to you by the American College of Dentists. The mission of the American College of Dentists is to advance excellence, ethics, professionalism, and leadership in dentistry. Let me say those important words again: excellence, ethics, professionalism, and leadership. As you read this book, I encourage you to reflect on how you will be a dental professional in the truest sense of the term. Your primary obligation is service to your patients. How will you place the interest of your patients above that of yourself? You must adopt and practice the highest ethical standards. How will you maintain a solid ethical foundation and commitment to abide by our profession's code of ethics? You must be dedicated to improving public health. How will you use your expertise and skills to improve the health of your community and beyond? You must be devoted to lifelong learning. Good enough is not good enough. How will you provide your patients with the very best care in a profession that is continually evolving? I don't expect you to have the answers to these questions today. After all, you are just in the early phase of your journey. You have chosen a noble profession. Discover your personal passion, stay humble, be kind, practice empathy, be competent, be curious, know your limitations, and do not compromise your integrity. I'll conclude with a quote by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. Class of 2024, congratulations to each one of you as you solidify your commitment to the dental profession today. Thank you for choosing UNE to embark on your professional journey. And now I'd like to welcome our esteemed president, Dr. James Herbert. As UNE's 6th president, Dr. Herbert has moved our university forward with a number of important strategic initiatives. We are appreciative of his leadership and continued support for our college. His advocacy for experiential learning outside the classroom is critical to the advancement of CDM's mission to improve the health of northern New England as well as rural and underserved areas. Please join me in welcoming President Herbert to the podium. It is truly an honor to work with him, and I'm so grateful he can be here with us today.
So thank you very much, Dr. Kemmis, for those kind words. I really appreciate it. And I'd like to welcome everyone to today's ceremony, our distinguished faculty, Dr. Trescott, and our faculty. Thank you so much for being here to honor our students, our professional staff, who are truly the unsung heroes at UNE, without whom none of what we do could happen. Family members, your support for the students, it goes without saying, it's indispensable. They would not be here without your support. So thank you for coming and showing your support for them. And of course, all of our honored guests, including Dr. Heather, that's right, I'm sorry, I forgot your last name. But we were just, she and I share the same taste in food. We were just comparing our favorite restaurants in Portland. And the president of the Maine Dental Association, I'm so honored that you were able to join us tonight. Thank you, Heather, or this morning. Can't tell my mornings from my evenings anymore. So welcome, everyone. I also want to thank the online viewers who couldn't be here in person today, but are here in spirit, watching remotely to join us. Thank you for joining us as well. And today we are here to honor our second-year dental students. Members of the class of 2024, you were deprived of this ceremony last year because of the pandemic, and we had to avoid mass gatherings, so we weren't able to do this. But I am so pleased that we were able to do it today and to honor you, even if it is in this belated way. As you have persevered through your first year, we are really happy to be here to do this white ceremony in your honor. You certainly deserve this day. Each and every one of you have proven your mettle as COVID has impacted practically every aspect of our life. You've rolled with the punches and you've been able to persevere and thrive during your first year of dental school. And now, after a long year and a year later than usual, you'll be receiving your white coats officially. So before speaking a little bit more about the journey ahead of you, I'd like to offer special thanks to those who've helped you reach this point. To the parents, the grandparents, the children, the extended family members of our friends and of our students, thank you for your ongoing support of them and for their education. I know from personal experience what a difference it makes having family members in your court backing you up when you're undertaking a difficult journey like the ones that our students are undertaking. So thank you for all that you've done and continue to do to help them fulfill their dreams. To our dedicated UNE faculty and members of the College of Dental Medicine's professional staff, thank you too for guiding these exceptional people into their important field. They're lucky to have you as their teachers and mentors. The white coat ceremony we gather for today symbolizes the entry of each member of the class of 2024 into the dental profession. And what an important profession it is. As the only college of dental medicine in all of northern New England, we understand all too well what a critical shortage of qualified dental professionals our region faces. We bear a special responsibility to help northern New England meet this challenge, this shortage. People throughout our state and the surrounding states are counting on us to do so. Students, they're counting on you, and we won't let them down. You won't let them down. At UNE, we're uniquely positioned to not only provide you with a dental education, but with an exceptional dental education. As one of the few private universities in the nation with a comprehensive healthcare mission that also includes programs in medicine, pharmacy, nursing, and an array of allied healthcare professions, we offer the chance for you to apply your developing expertise in interprofessional settings that mimic the ones you'll find in the workplace. You'll also apply your developing skills on campus through your work in our Oral Health Center, and beyond campus through the service learning experiences and clinical rotations you'll complete at our network of sites throughout Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. By the time you graduate, you'll possess the expertise to succeed in any area of the dental profession. You'll enter a field where your talents are in high demand and where you will make a meaningful difference in your patients' lives for years to come. So, welcome to the UNE family, and congratulations. I wish you nothing but the very best as you continue down this exciting journey. At this time, I'd like to turn things back over to Dean Kemmis to introduce our keynote speaker, who I would add is a UNE alum. So thank you all very much, and look forward to celebrating this day with you.
Thank you for those wonderful remarks, President Herbert, and thank you for your enthusiastic support of our students and of our college. At this time, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Heather Keeling, President of the Maine Dental Association. Dr. Keeling is a Maine native and a graduate of UNE. She practices at the Dental Loft, the practice that she owns here in Portland. Dr. Keeling attended dental school at Dalhousie University in Nova Scotia and was heavily involved with the Dalhousie Dentistry Students Society and the Federation of Canadian Dentistry Students Association during her time in dental school. Through her work at the Root Cellar on Monjoy Hill here in Portland and her international efforts in Guatemala, she sets a great example for other dental professionals by giving back to her community and providing quality care for the underserved. We are pleased to have Dr. Keeling with us here today during this momentous occasion in your dental education careers. Please welcome Dr. Keeling to the podium.
Good morning. First and foremost, I would like to say congratulations to the families and friends of the class of 2024. Without your love and support, this would have been a difficult milestone to achieve. And to you, the class of 2024, congratulations and welcome to the wonderful profession of dentistry. I know that COVID has delayed this ceremony for you by a year, but it is just as special and important. As I stand here before you today, I see the new face of dentistry. Aspiring oral health advocates for all that are eager and excited to learn. I see worry for the unknown of what the future holds. But most importantly, I see 64 dental students whose calling is to help and to heal others, and that becoming a healthcare professional is their dream. I see 64 bright students who are dedicated to becoming respected members of the dental community and to have a substantial impact on this world. The white coat ceremony is held in the first year of dental school, pre-COVID, and it serves as the moment when the Faculty of Dentistry recognizes that you are entering the community that will change your lives forever. It is the acknowledgement that you have demonstrated the determination and dedication to the educational path that led you here, to the next 3 years in dental school, and most importantly, the commitment to lifelong learning. Today you receive the most important uniform you will ever wear. This uniform, the white coat, is a symbol of professionalism, an impression of knowledge and skill that is worthy of respect. But that respect must be earned. By putting on this uniform, you are making the commitment to work tirelessly on the healthcare team to help your patients achieve optimal health. You are making the sacrifice to always put your patients first. Today is a declaration from the UNE faculty, an announcement to this community that over the next 3 years, you will work to become one of their colleagues. You will grow your ethical competence and become compassionate doctors of dental medicine. You will honor this institution and leave a legacy that is unparalleled. When you graduate from this school, make it your mission to represent the UNE Faculty of Dentistry with the highest honor. You must always remember whether or not you are physically wearing your white coat, you are now held to a higher standard. The expectations of you are great. From this moment forward, I want you to make 3 commitments. The first is to yourself. Make the affirmation today to have the confidence, the passion, the integrity, and the commitment to becoming the best dentist you are capable of becoming. Take care of yourselves, because you cannot take care of others if you are not well. Remember that the title doctor or dentist is not your only identity. Be an active member of the community. Join a yoga studio, volunteer at a local charity, coach a youth sports team, etc. Dental school is tough, there's no doubt about that, but this is just the beginning. I'll never forget the sheer exhaustion I felt each night when I came home from work my first few months of being an associate. It feels like just yesterday when I bought my first dental practice. I gave up seeing my friends, the gym, and I lived off tandem coffee and breakfast sandwiches for 5 months before I realized I wouldn't make it the next 30 years if I didn't put myself first. The second commitment is to your profession. Dentistry has evolved into a vital and irreplaceable part of overall health and wellness. Your respect and gratitude for those who have come before you and those who will come after you defines what it means to be a crucial part of the interprofessional healthcare team. I have met some of my best friends and mentors through being involved. Dentistry can be very isolating, as many of us work in solo practitioner offices. We don't have the benefit of grand rounds or sharing offices with so many of our colleagues. It is never too early to immerse yourself in organized dentistry. We all must continue to advocate for the profession that we love and the title that we worked so hard to achieve. You all have the ability to control your destiny, but to do so, you must be involved. We must protect the profession of dentistry so that we can protect patient care and continue to do what we as dentists know how to do best. Be an active voice, and don't let those who know so little about what we do make the decisions for us, and most importantly, for our patients. Your faculty might be the linchpin to your graduation, but the key to success is that you must continue to learn from each other. Investing in continuing education is so important to your future success. There is no way to learn everything about dentistry in the next 3 years. Don't forgo a single experience or opportunity. Dental school is not cheap, but neither is CE. Your keeping true to the profession's code of ethics once you leave this dental school is the reward these faculty members seek. Confirm your intent today to act ethically and to never stop learning. The third commitment is to your patients. Their best interests should always dictate your treatments, your compassion, your ethics, and your decision. Patients care about experience. When I was in dental school, we asked what we should say if a patient asked if we had ever done this before. The answer was yes, on Dexter, so the response was, we've done this a number of times. People trust experience, but what they want to know more than anything else is that you care. Show them that, the first time and every time. I'll never forget my first patient in my second year of dental school. He was a 16-year-old boy named Keith, and he needed an MODBL amalgam on number 18. Forget the number 29 occlusals my classmates were doing. I can't tell you how long it took me, but I think I was one of the last students in clinic that day. When I graduated, that amalgam still looked as perfect as the day I placed it. But most importantly, on my last visit with Keith, who was now 19, he wrote me a beautiful thank you note for being his dentist for the past 3 years. Over the next 3 years, you will learn skills that most others will never learn. You will have the ability to diagnose and to treat. Remember that while you are a specialist of the oral cavity, your diagnosis and treatments should not have such a narrow focus. You will have the knowledge to diagnose systemic health problems and work with our allied healthcare teams to treat the entire patient. You will have the ability to not only improve a patient's health, but also impact their confidence by giving them a healthy smile. You must always remember that there is a person attached to the disease you are treating. How would you want another clinician to treat your grandparents, your parents, or your children? In the spring of 2024, you will sit here together and listen to some similar remarks. At that point, you should be proud of your accomplishments, but be humble. You should be confident, but have humility. Make a promise to always reflect back on how you feel right now. Make your dental school self proud. Never turn your back on your profession. Today, you take an oath to protect this profession for the purpose of protecting patient care that we are able to provide for our patients. The importance of working together became even more apparent through the global pandemic. Have the highest respect for your team. When I say you need them, you do. I could not survive a day without my team. Remember, the most successful people have the biggest circles. Before I close today, I would like to tell you a short story about my journey. My post-secondary educational career initially began at the Massachusetts College of Pharmacy. After a year and a half, I realized that pharmacy wasn't my calling. I transferred mid-year to UNE in Biddeford to finish my bachelor's degree. In my third year, Dalhousie Dentistry from Halifax, Nova Scotia, sent 2 representatives from its school on a New England tour to interview potential dental students and market its program. I had what I thought a successful mock interview and applied to their school. That fall, I flew to Canada alone and shadowed some of their students. I was now more excited than ever to be a dental student at Dal. After not being offered an initial interview, I reached out to the academic dean and his assistant, who I had met with. Silence. A couple of weeks later, I received a rejection letter. I emailed the dean again and asked what I could do in this next year to better my application and make sure I was a stronger candidate for their program. His response was heartbreaking. He told me that dentistry was likely never in the cards for me, and that I shouldn't waste my time or money continuing to pursue a career in dentistry. Well, that certainly wasn't going to be the end of my dental career. I applied and was accepted at the Boston University Medical School for a 2-year master's degree program. At the end of my first year, I began applying to dental schools again. I left Dalhousie off the list this time. Let's be honest, because I was still bitter. When I reached out to my UNE guidance counselor advising that I was reapplying to dental schools, she asked me about Dalhousie. She said, "You should really reconsider applying." So I wrote the dean an email and said that I was applying again for their program. 24 hours later, I received an invitation for an interview immediately. That same week, I drove to Canada and planned to use this as a mock interview. I had a successful interview and got right back in my car and drove home. I hadn't even hit the US border yet before I received an acceptance letter to matriculate in 2 months. I wondered, how could I be placed in the category of never becoming a dentist to jumping the waitlist of dental students for that fall? I realized it didn't matter. What mattered was that I was going to be a dentist. I accepted their offer, moved to Canada, completed my master's thesis and first year of dental school, and was on my way to becoming a dentist. Fast forward to my 4th year of dental school. I had completed all of my requirements to graduate before the start of my 4th year. Only the board stood between me and that expensive piece of paper. I was placed in the general practice residency clinic with the residents before I was offered an early graduation. On my last day, I had my final checkout with the dean before leaving Dalhousie forever. And he said to me, "Heather, you are one of the best students I have seen in my 30-plus years of academia." From that moment forward, I made it my goal to not only be the best clinical dentist I could be, but to give back to this profession in every way possible. As you formally enter the profession, believe in yourselves. Remember that the words and actions have impact and that you represent this community. I stand here before you today as a proud dentist in this community, as a practice owner and a boss to the best dental team, as a volunteer dentist, and as the youngest president of the Maine Dental Association, as a wife and a dog mom, but most importantly, as a mentor, a friend, and a colleague to all of you. As Oprah said, you have to know what sparks the light in you so that you, in your own way, can illuminate the world. Dentistry allows for so many opportunities. Don't let a single one pass you by. So congratulations to you, the class of 2024, and welcome to the profession of dentistry.
Thank you, Dr. Keeling, for that wonderful message. We truly appreciate your leadership and are grateful that you are here with us today. We will now commence with the presentation of the white coats. The white coat symbolizes the initial entry of each member of the class of 2024 into our profession. It is a traditional symbol of compassion, professional training, clinical excellence, and it serves to remind us of the privileges and duties that we have as dentists and the responsibilities we have in service to the public. The official emblem of dentistry is embroidered on your white coats. The emblem was adopted by the American Dental Association in 1965. The intertwined triangle and circle are the Greek letters of delta, which represents the letter D in the word dentistry, and omicron, which represents odont, meaning tooth. The central figure is a serpent wrapped around a cautery and 32 leaves with 20 berries, representing the 32 permanent teeth and the 20 primary or baby teeth. The background color of lilac was chosen as the color of dentistry in 1897 by the National Association of Dental Faculties. I now invite Professor Dunphy, Dr. El-Sali, and Dr. Kong for the presentation of the white coats.
Our class of 2022 and 23 representatives will lead the class of 2024 to the stage. I will introduce each student and they will proceed across the stage to receive the white coat from Dr. Kang. The student will then walk to Dean Chemist for a handshake and a photo opportunity, and then proceed across the stage to shake hands with President Harpert. As the student exits the stage, they will receive an ethics handbook from Dr. Abina. The students will then return to their seats and be seated. Guests are welcome to come forward to take photographs. I ask all audience to please hold its applause until all students have returned to their seats. Will the first row of students please rise and approach the stage? Elio Alter, Santa Monica, California. Julie Anderson, Camden, New York. Kristen Biggs, Charlotte, North Carolina. Brian Bochard, Levant, Maine. Daniela Cerello, Athens, Texas. Courtney Churchill, Benton, Maine. Christopher Clemens, Sebring, Ohio. Rebecca DiSaro, Woodbury, Connecticut. Ramon Duran, Mohnasis, Virginia. Lauren Elmblad, Lossie, Michigan. Olivia Gayoski, Buffalo, New York. Zachary Gallup, Riri, Idaho. Ali Jama, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Ian George, Dublin, Ohio. Elise Grabowski, Bethany, Connecticut. Donald Hachu, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Haley Hibbard, Belchertown, Massachusetts. Nicholas Howen, Wausau, Wisconsin. Skylar Hong, San Diego, California. Igor Ibragimov, Karkatol, Kazakhstan. Woodland Jahashim, Hartford, Connecticut. Brett Johnson, Bernie, Texas. Kelly Cambranes, Montreal, Quebec. Gina Kim, Seoul, South Korea. Justin Cohns, Gilbert, Arizona. Rostislav Kopinets, Boca Raton, Florida. Nolan Laxo, Dover, New Hampshire. Michael Lambert, Lyman, Maine. Becky Lee, Norfolk, Virginia. Sangang Lee, Seoul, South Korea. Reed Sliman, Stephenville, Texas. Rose Lu, San Francisco, California. Julia Morgan, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Maria Malaki, Fort Worth, Texas. Isra Malik, Silver Spring, Maryland. Leanne McDowell, Jackson, Tennessee. Connor Odgin, South Jordan, Utah. Marie O, Vienna, Virginia. Sydney Onis, South Portland, Maine. Ria Berik, Niles, Illinois. Devin Barzilai, Woburn, Massachusetts. Alex Bertfitz, Syracuse, New York. Macy Banzolan, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Spencer Rasmussen, Beirut, Utah. Kelsey Rose, Deary, New Hampshire. Samantha Rosenblum, Boca Raton, Florida. Farah Ross, Oakville, Ontario. Bowie Rossi, Denver, Colorado. Egan Saxhick, Plainview, New York. Abigail Shedd, Wilmington, Massachusetts. Gregory Silio, Plainville, Connecticut. Kritriki Sitola, Hernot, Virginia. Sonia Spadafora, Wyoming, Pennsylvania. Christine Sullivan, Coventry, Rhode Island. Jasmine Sayed, Canterbury, New Hampshire. Brandon Van Dyke, Portland, Oregon. Rebecca Vera, Power Spring, Georgia. Wissam Wasif, Hampton, Virginia. Brendan White, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Michael Wilkes, Rentham, Massachusetts. Owen Williams, Bedford, Maine. Donovan Yane, Eugene, Oregon.
Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you.
Iman Zahid, Coral Spring, Florida.
Please join me in recognizing the class of 2024 on their significant accomplishment. I would now like to welcome Dr. Fields Ferrier, Associate Dean of Clinical Education and Patient Care, to the podium to lead the students in the Dentist's Pledge. Students, please reflect on the meaning of the words as you recite this very important pledge.
Thank you, Dean Kimmis. Class of 2024, please stand and raise your right hand. You may view the Dentist's Pledge in your program as we recite it together. I state your name. As a member of the dental profession, shall keep this pledge and these stipulations. I understand and accept that my primary responsibility is to my patients, and I shall dedicate myself to render, to the best of my ability, the highest standard of oral health care, and to maintain a relationship of respect and confidence. Therefore, let all come to me, safe in the knowledge that their total health and well-being are my first consideration. I shall accept the responsibility that as a profession, my competence rests on continuing the attainment of knowledge and skill in the arts and science of dentistry. I acknowledge my obligation to support and sustain the honor and integrity of the profession and to conduct myself in all endeavors such that I shall merit the respect of patients, colleagues, and my community. I further commit myself to the betterment of my community for the benefit of all society. I shall faithfully observe the principles of ethics and code of professional conduct set forth by the profession. All this I pledge with pride in my commitment to the profession and the public it serves. Congratulations to you all. Please be seated. Please welcome back Dean Kimmis.
Thank you, Dr. Ferrier. I now invite Dr. Michael Truscott, Chair of the CDM Faculty Assembly, to extend a message to our students on behalf of the CDM faculty.
Good morning. On behalf of the Faculty Assembly, we officially welcome you into our fold. Although this is a first, that is, having your white coat ceremony a year later than is normally held. With luck, you will be the only class that ever has to postpone this ceremony. However, being a year late presents an opportunity to gain a different perspective on what this ceremony symbolizes. It symbolizes your entrance into dentistry as a professional. But now that you are here a year into your dental education, you realize it represents lots and lots of hard work. As the old saying goes, the harder you work for something, the harder it is to surrender. Recall that in the wee hours as you study for boards struggle to get that perfect impression, or maintain your professionalism with an ornery patient. So what attribute must you draw upon when faced with such dilemmas? Mental toughness, which is far more important than physical toughness and essential in the healthcare sphere. Mental toughness enables you to keep an even keel through the trials and tribulations of providing quality and compassionate patient care. Therefore, don your white coat with pride and determination. Determination to provide the best care you can muster. Whereas perfection is impossible, if you strive for it, you may achieve excellence. That achievement will be a result of hard work and mental toughness. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Truscott, for sharing such important words of advice to our students. Will the members of the class of 2024 please rise and face the audience? I know we clapped for you already, but we need to clap again. We're very proud of you. Family, friends, and colleagues, it is my great pleasure to officially present the future dentists of the class of 2024. Welcome to the CDM family of oral health care providers, and welcome to dentistry. Thank you. You may be seated. As we conclude today's ceremony, I would like to recognize the many individuals who have worked hard to make today's wonderful event possible. Our key professional staff members that organized this event: Holly Oppel, Brenna McNally, Rachel Collard, Sandra McDade, Gretchen Fetcher, Denise Fontaine, Carrie Seibel, Denise Mayhew, and Tom Ayers. I cannot thank you all enough. Hard at work throughout the ceremony, capturing photos and streaming video, Jeff Scher and David Dadiego. Thank you. Thank you to our fabulous facilities team for setting up for our event, and many thanks to our musical group, the Portland Brass. And lastly, a special shout out to our Assistant Dean of Student Affairs, Mr. Travis Erickson, who silently leads the team organizing our events. This concludes our white coat ceremony. I ask that family and friends please remain seated until the faculty, followed by the students, have exited. Our faculty will be congratulating students as they exit the auditorium. Photos without masks may be taken outdoors. Thank you all for joining us today, and thank you again for your support. Enjoy the rest of this wonderful day.
Thank you.